Welcome, everybody, to the Mind Games League, week 2 of league play here. I am Stax, joined by Mr. Famous, and our first match of the day features two teams kind of on opposite ends of the ladder in Group, bail me out here, Group A, and it's AON Revamp coming in at 8-1, going up against just the 1-5 team, the Nubs. Mr. Famous, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How's your day?
Well, so far so good. Looking forward to getting into week 2 of league play here with Mind Games Esports, and the teams are joining up on their teams right now. We're looking from Absinth's point of view here, as he's kind of our backup streamer for the day, and he is a member of Team the Nubs. They'll be on the blue side. Again, they come in at just 1-5. They did have a forfeit on their record, so really in games they've played, they're just 1-2 as we get underway. And early on, we'll see if AON Revamp can continue their hot play, and they do. It's JTR with the first goal in the match.
Yeah, they distant, very good pass. JTR actually pre-jumped it, knowing exactly where the ball was coming to. One player was in goal, and other player going on the post, both not able to save it.
So just 12 seconds in, it's a 1-0 lead for Revamp. One of the highest scoring teams in the league, actually the highest scoring team in the league, with 30 goals to their credit. And they're looking for number 32. They've got it, JTR with his second.
Yeah, very good play. Overcommitment by that the Nubs team. They need to really stop doing and change up the rotation a little bit, or they're going to be getting scored on every single 10-15 seconds.
Well, 2 goals already in just 27 seconds. And the Nubs trying to get a clear here, but they're right back under a lot more pressure. And another one coming in from Distan. Nobody in that area, though. And he's not able to chase this down himself. JTR beaten by Nub. And now the Nubs can get downfield. Finally, a shot on from Absinth. It's going to be sent away by JTR and Zixter. And back down to the blue corner. Absinth against Zixter. Ends up rolling one right out to JTR. Almost another one on target. Redirect from Zixter goes high. And he'll try again to center. JTR, in just over a minute's got a hat trick.
Yeah, very good team play. Distant passing to Zixter, and Zixter passing up back to JTR for his third goal of this game. Only a minute and 12 seconds in, and he's got that hat trick.
Well, everything coming up AON Revamp right now in the early stages of Game 1. Everything here is a set of 3 games. Not a best of 3, not first to 2 wins, but a set of 3 games. Every win counts. Every goal counts as well when you consider tiebreakers. Off the back wall here, just above the goal. Nub able to send that away. And not able to work further downfield. So it's Mitch coming in, trying to clear the zone, but another shot from JTR. He's got 6 already in the first 2 minutes, as AON Revamp right now seem to be having their way with the Nubs. Another one lobbed in, and a save by Absinth. So 2 saves for Absinth so far. Really should be credited with a third. And JTR opens the scoring again. He's got all 4 for Revamp.
Yeah, these guys are doing crazy work. Actually, the shot before that, both 2 players jumped up for it, so they're not trusting each other for anything right now. They need to really cut down on their communication. Or bring it up, sorry.
So a 4-0 lead even before the halfway mark. And JTR's got all of them so far. And it adds to an impressive shot count for him as well. Mitch not able to connect here. And that one's going to be sent off to the corner by Zixter. Here comes JTR looking for another one, and that one whistles just wide as we finally hit the halfway mark in Game 1. Zixter looking to track this in his own zone. Thrown in front by Mitch, but Absinth wasn't there. Nub shot goes well high and wide. and it's going to be cleared away. That's the best chance that the Nubs have had here in game one. Another one bounced in. Distan couldn't score. Seems only JTR is allowed to score, and he's got another one, his fifth already in game one.
Yeah, these guys are doing crazy work in the offensive field. Defensively, they've not let this Nubs team score even one goal. This 5-0, still a little less than half the game to go. Which way do you think this game's going to go?
It's pretty clear which way this one's going to go. It is all all revamp right now. AON revamp. And it's led by JTR with his 5 goals. Just adds to the impressive total. He's already leading Group A in goals scored coming in. He's up to 18 now in just 10 games. Nubs trying to get on the board for the first time, and that one's going to go way high to the corner. Absent centering pass, not there for anybody. And here comes Revamp again. Zixter off the post. JTR was looking for the redirect, and it just wasn't there. A minute 20 to go. And again, it is all AON Revamp here in game one.
That is very true.
Centering pass, and there's JTR. Double hat trick. Helen's pride.
Right as I was about to say something, JTR comes in with the pass from Zixter. Again, the overcommitment by blue team. 2 players not even on their side. One was in the corner, one was in the other corner. No one in goal. This game is much of a landslide.
Coming into this in Group A, Zixter's the only player with double-digit assists. He's added 4 already here in game one. Total of 15 on the season. JTR looking to drop down with a minute to go. Looking for his 7th in this game alone. That's more than whole teams have scored this season. As this goes to the corner. Another centering pass. JTR is there. That's going to pinch downfield. And Zixter will track it down. No save there. There's a save, though, for JTR. He's doing it all for Revamp. Not able to clear the zone, though. And the Nubs looking for anything to go their way, and Mitch can't put one in. Nub's shot goes wide. Zixter got a piece of it. That's his 3rd save. 5 as a team for AON Revamp. And the beat goes on as our orange side here in game one is looking to cruise to a confident victory, to say the least. And it all comes from JTR, the 700 game points. And why not add some more? And another assist for Zixter as well.
Yeah, good shot. Like both blue players, or Nubs players, did nothing. Didn't expect anything from that, 2 seconds to go. And they just forfeited another goal to this Revamp team.
Well, that will perhaps mercifully bring an end to game one. Again, it is a set of 3. There are still 2 more games to play. But for AON Revamp, it actually completes the biggest shutout we've seen and the most lopsided game we've seen in group play all season long. Usually games decided by, 1, 2, maybe 3 goals. But this one, a breakout performance from JTR and AON Revamp.
Yeah, this JTR leading the goals, I can definitely see why he's leading the goals. He did a lot of work. The rotation was perfect. Zixter did all the passes. Distant was mainly sitting back, not watching, but doing as much as he can on that defensive side as well.
Yeah, all 7 goals from JTR. That is not something you see very often in a threes game. Normally, someone else manages to get a touch on the ball and maybe steal a goal, but this was all JTR in game one, and he's twisting through the air, looking to pick up where he left off, but this will be sent away as we get into game 2. Again, it is a set of 3 as Nub tries to center, but Mitch is going to try again. Absinthe almost on target, just wide, and JTR will start the attack for AON Revamp. Already with their 9th win of the season, looking to cement their lead atop the standings in Group A. Now sent downfield by Distin and Zixter. It's an empty net. Distin will score finally, someone other than JTR in game 2.
Yeah, both. As I said, keep saying the Nubs team, they had, a recent start from this game too, but still they're overcommitting. All of them were on that right side, and Distin just had an open goal.
So for Distin, this is actually his first game or first set in league play, and he's got his second goal already just 7 seconds later.
Yeah, Absinthe tried to do something, put it probably not in front of his goal, but the way he was positioned, it just popped it right in front, and Distin was already attacking and got another goal just less than 10 seconds after his first one.
So Distin starts his Mind Games season with an assist in game 1. He's got 2 quick goals here in game 2. And Zixter, looking to set up a play, instead just buys his team time to get some boost. It's JTR looking to drag this to a teammate. Had Distin running up under him, but Distin backed off. Now Distin to JTR, and that one goes just wide to the corner. Zixter will try again, but it's going to be cleared away by Mitch. And here come the Nubs, perhaps. Instead, it's JTR bringing it right back in for Revamp. They are not letting the blue side clear the zone much at all. Absinthe downfield for Mitch, and almost able to dunk that in. It just goes wide. And here goes Distin against Nub. Zixter getting in position, looking for a centering pass. There it is to JTR, who picks up where he left off, his 8th of the series.
Yeah, Mitch actually pushed Absinthe out of goal, and then Nub wasn't in position to score that at all, and that just put JTR in a position to score another open goal.
So Distin is the leading point scorer of game 2 so far, and Zixter will add one after a defensive lapse in the corner.
Again, the defensive side from this Nubs team is not looking good. They need to change it up a little bit, be not necessarily more defensive, but better on the rotations.
Zixter with his first goal of the series, and it's a 4-0 lead now for AON Revamp. Zixter will start the attack with Distin. And Distin able to dunk through. Off the back wall for JTR. Tough angle over Mitch's head. What a shot.
Very good challenge by Distin there to pass it. Takes that corner boost, but JTR is already up. And Mitch just going under the ball. Very unfortunate. Didn't expect that shot probably from JTR.
9 goals in the series. I'm going to guess it's probably a record for one player, and we're not even halfway through game 2. Lobbed in here and just wide. Distin will center again, and Mitch and Absinthe both combine to clear this away. Nubs looking for their first goal of the set. It's JTR instead, winning that 50-50, and the shot goes just wide. And all of the Nubs team has to come back and try to play defense as they find themselves in just as big a hole as they were in game 1. Absinthe doesn't have a lot of boost, and he's not able to get a shot off. Zixter will clear as AON Revamp look to secure a series win and get their 11th win of the season, and Distin will complete the hat trick.
Yeah, again, I keep saying the same thing a lot, but the Blue Nubs team are overcommitting. Knowing that they're down, 5 goals doesn't necessarily mean that everyone needs to commit to an offensive play. Especially knowing that it's not about the win, it's also about the goals, against. And that, so they're giving up way too many opportunities and letting this Revamp team just dominate them right now.
1.5 to go in game 2, and JTR will drop this off for Distin. Zixter back to Distin. Good team play, and there's 7 for Revamp.
Yeah, two players were actually in midfield right when that play started, and then Mitch was the only one that got back, but he was never close to that goal line to save it.
So the beat goes on, 1:22 remaining. 7-0 the lead in game 1, or game 2 rather. It was 7-0 at the end of game 1 as well. And JTR is looking for more, because why not? Another centering pass sent away by Absinthe. Distin will try, and not able to make contact. Can the Nubs get downfield? Can they break this series shutout? They need to get away from JTR first. He's able to center it for Zixter, and Absinthe made a desperation save with 48 to go. Another shot high and wide from Distin. And it's going to be Nub beaten to the ball. Zixter gives way for Distin, who had his shot sent away by Mitch. And another one just playing pepper with that back wall right now. 7 goals and counting. Make it 8. Yes, sir. JTR from Distin.
That was a crazy play. Distin actually bumped JTR. JTR went to the front of the goal. Distin, knowing that JTR was in front of him, they communicated perfectly on that play for JTR to get another goal in this second game.
Distin will win the kickoff for Revamp. And this will be popped away. JTR just high. Follow-up is going to be sent away by Nub. As we get down to 15 seconds, it's an own goal. And, well, that will break up the shutout at least. Credit it to Nub.
Yeah, Nub cleared it. JTR went for a boost. I probably thought that his teammate was going to goal, but Zixter went for a boost. Open goal, own goal by the leading scorer in the game. In the whole... Yeah.
Well, down to 12 seconds left. It's a small consolation for the Nubs as they find themselves about to go down 0-2 in this set and fall to 1-7 on the season. One more game to go, but AON Revamp is looking very impressive here in week 2.
Yeah, this Revamp team doing amazing. I haven't seen really any mess ups besides that own goal. How about you?
No, nothing to speak of at all. They did have some saves in game 1, but in game 2, they didn't have to play any defense at all. No actual shots on goal for the Nubs. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, it just goes to show you exactly how well AON Revamp is playing, how good their offense has been.
Yeah, I like that Revamp chose to mix it up a little bit, put some Distin and Zixter, in those offensive plays, especially since Distin last game didn't really do a lot, like score-wise, but this game, the second game, he was MVP, which is awesome to see that.
Well, we get into game 3, and again, this is about as lopsided as it gets. You can throw all the numbers you want, but really what matters is it's a 2-0 series and could very well be 3-0 unless the Nubs can get something going. An early start would be important as Zixter makes a save, and for the first time, the Nubs have the first shot of the game. Now JTR leaves for Zixter. That's going to be sent away by Mitch, but right at Distin. Well, the Nubs looking a little better here in game 3. Playing really for pride's sake at this point, but this one down to the corner. And a chance for Zixter and Distin. It will be Distin who opens the scoring again for Revamp.
Very good pass by JTR going for that, knowing that the blue, I don't remember who, someone was going to hit it after him, and got that open goal. Overcommitment by the Nubs team.
And Diston will get a kickoff goal here. It's like Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, it will, and it has.
That all redirected by Nub, or I forgot who redirected it, but very unfortunate.
Well, 2 goals just 3 seconds apart. And now AON Revamp called on to play some defense. But you can see that the Nubs, they've been pushing up. They've been trying to play aggressively. They don't want to get blown out again. The problem is the gate is open behind them. And another one lobbed in off the back wall. And JTR with a little target practice. Nub jumped in the way. Mitch will clear this one, and Nub runs onto it. Not able to beat Zixter to the corner, though. Shot in from Absinthe, and a save by Diston. And the Nubs are getting shots here, but that's not where you want to shoot it. Diston will get credit, and even Zixter gets an assist.
Diston put it really high. Very good play. Nub, not knowing which team he's on, maybe he wants to switch to AON Revamp.
Well, it counts as a hat trick, oddly enough, for Diston. In his first series of the season, he's a sub for Apollo, who has played all 9 games previously with AON Revamp. Off the corner, and JTR, kind of a neutral 50-50. Zixter needs one more touch to center, and Absinthe is right there to meet him. Popped up again. JTR found the angle with a slight air roll, and he's got another.
Very good pass by Diston, putting it really high. No one in goal again. JTR, knowing where the defenders are, puts it on that far post. Very good placement by JTR.
So everybody from AON Revamp has an assist, and that just adds to their impressive total as well on the season. We'll get to that in just a moment as JTR will center again. Zixter also got there, and some confusion in the Nub zone. Now Absinthe is onto it. Looking to carry this in. That will center itself for Nub. Another chance to follow it up for Mitch, but JTR was in the way, and that one goes off to the corner. Another opportunity gone by the wayside for the Nubs. Absinthe will slow this up and play one further into the orange zone. Diston comes up empty. So does Absinthe. Zixter and Nub went for the ball. Now Mitch trying to drop one in, but that will go well wide. And the Nubs remain scoreless here in Game 3. Absinthe will drop it off for Nub. And that will go harmlessly to the corner. Not able to center. And a big demo on Mitch has Zixter in business. And that was just deflected by Nub. Diston will try a little fancy backwards goal. Not going to happen. It goes wide. It remains just 4-0 as we get to the later stages of Game 3 and the end of this set.
Yeah, very good play by both teams, but Anon doing a much better job offensively and defensively.
22 assists as a team for Revamp coming in. It feels like they've got that many in this series alone. The team play has been outstanding. Pass downfield, and JTR trying to cherry pick just wide. Couldn't put that one in either as we dip down to 1:20 in Game 3. And Diston will tried to follow it up himself, but that goes wide as well. The shot totals, of course, for AON Revamp impressive as well. Only 5 in this game, almost a 6th there, but you go back and look at the series, you'll see plenty more, and Zixter somehow gets this one to go.
Yeah, JTR tried scoring like 3 times or 2 times, missed it, but Zixter able to somehow find that angle, and none of the Nubs players able to get close to that ball.
Only 5 unassisted goals out of 20 scored in this series by AON Revamp. So add 15 to their total, a total of 37 assists through the first 2 weeks of league play. That's only 4 matches. Talk about team play. Here goes Distin looking to center for Zixter. That's just wide, and JTR can't follow it up. And, of course, throw caution into the wind at this point on either side because there's no doubt who is going to win here in Game 3. It's really just a question of what will the series score be. Distin will not beat Mitch to this ball as they try to keep AON Revamp off the board for the 6th time. Off the ceiling, right there for Distin, but he couldn't connect. And the final seconds will tick away. For the Nubs, they will be dropping down to 1-8 on the season, right down near the bottom of Group A. And for AON Revamp, they're going the exact opposite direction. They will finish Week 2 at 11-1, following an impressive sweep of the Nubs here to close out Week 2.
Yeah, this Aeon Revamp, is that how you say it?
I think it's AON. I'm sure the
AON.
AON stands for something, but
Yeah. Very good play by them. They dominated this whole series. Pretty much the only goal that the Nubs got was from that own goal, I believe. I don't think they scored anything on their own. And, you know, again, Distin actually was on the MVP for the Game 3. He was MVP 2 times this whole 3 games, which is crazy. You know, watching JTR just gets, 7 goals that first game was very awesome to watch.
yeah, for JTR, just to wrap things up, we'll be going to a quick break in a moment, but for JTR, 7 goals in Game 1, another 2 in Game 2, so 10 goals in the series for JTR, scoring exactly half of AON Revamp's goals. That is impressive, and of course it adds to his league-leading goal total. He's up to 23 on the season now, just 2 weeks in. So that will do it for AON Revamp and the Nubs. When we come back, we'll have another match queued up for you. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Week 2 of the Mind Games League right here on Mind Games Esports. Welcome back to the Mind Game Esports Week 2 of League Play. I am Stax, joined by Mr. Famous. We just saw AON Revamp take a series sweep, all 3 games over the Nubs. So AON Revamp will continue to move up in Group A. They are, well, far and away the leaders now at 11-1. But now we have a team that is right on their heels, also coming in at 8-1, overrated, up against Team Synergy. Mr. Famous, what are you looking for these 2 teams?
I'm looking for... Oh, Ike-Wolf's even here. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, this is going to be one heck of a series.
We just played with Reggie, I've played with Jordan, and I've played with Ike. Or no, I haven't played with Ike. But these looks like some pretty good teams. I'm not sure how it'll go, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Well, when you look at a team like Overrated with the players they have, certainly some name recognition between Ike-Wolf, Talacto, and Ash. And playing well together so far. Again, coming in at 8-1 on the season. And they have done a spectacular job in each of their games. Talacto pops this one up, and Ike-Wolf will bring it back in as Overrated looks to pour the pressure onto Synergy early. This will bounce off the ceiling. Synergy holding their own, though. No subs on either team, by the way. Everybody you see in this game has played every game with the team. Talacto is going to fly in, and that will go just off the crossbar. But more shots coming in from Overrated. They've got the first 2 already in this first minute, and they don't show any signs of stopping. Going to be Talacto getting a piece of this one. Ike-Wolf, backward shot, whistles just wide. And again, Mr. Famous, we're not seeing anything that we might not have expected, honestly.
Yeah, this game is going pretty evenly. It's been a little more on the blue side mostly so far, but they're doing very good defensively so far.
Reggie Town will pop this one off to the corner, but it's coming right back in. Jordan in no man's land, and a save by Zergrush right there battling Ike-Wolf. And oh, Jordan could not get rid of this, and Ash will get the first goal.
Very good by Ash turning right there, knowing he can get that angle. Jordan just turned too sharp. Definitely, I think, could have made that save, just not, maybe didn't expect how fast the ball was going.
So it's Ash getting credit for the goal. Probably not Ash's best shot of the season, but Ashton will take it. Ike-Wolf has this one dropped straight down, got the demo on Zergrush, but Ashton could not score. And now Zergrush, a weak shot downfield. Gonna set up an attempt from Reggie Town that just went high. Coming up on the halfway mark of game 1. More evenly matched than what we've seen so far today, but Again, Overrated has the advantage, and Zergrush almost found the mark against Telacto. Jordan with the dunk on Ashton. And this will get dropped back for Reggie Town right down the middle. And Ike Wolf was there, one of two defenders back for Overrated, a team that has not been scored on very often this season. Zergrush downfield. There's Ike Wolf. More defense. And it's going to set up offense. It's going to set up Ashton's second goal.
Very good clear by Ike, and actually the pass too, the second touch right there. Ashton going right in between the defenders. One missing, the other one not in goal. 2 goals to lead this first game.
So Ash and Ike connect for their second hookup here. And a 2-0 lead for Overrated, but back on the attack is Synergy. Soft lob in. Ike Wolf, not a convincing clear. And Reggie Town will try to send one around the boards. But again, every time Synergy tries to get an attack going, seems like they're trying to get something started from the middle of the field. Not the middle of the zone, the actual center line. There's Zergrush getting one on target, but Telacto back to make the 5th save for Team Overrated. And now Ike Wolf looking to dribble in against Jordan, and he's done it! An unassisted goal, and Ike Wolf's on the board.
Ike Wolf, very good dribble. Zerg was about to demo him. He turned, though. Jordan jumps just short of that Ike Wolf shot. And they're kind of getting a little rushed here, 3-0.
A 3-0 lead, and it could be extending, but right now, Zergrush trying to play one in and around. And this is trouble for Synergy. They don't seem to have a lot of it. Off the ceiling, and Jordan and Zergrush both went after that ball to clear it away. Kind of the cardinal sin in Rocket League. 2 people go for the ball, nobody gets possession. Here goes Telacto. And that will go through everyone on the side wall. So 1 minute to go in game 1 of this 3-game set. And it looks like Overrated well on their way to following in AON Revamp's footsteps. Maybe not scoring as many goals as Revamp had earlier today, but the wins will certainly be there if this keeps up. 40 seconds to go, and yet more shots coming in from Overrated. It's Ike Wolf right down the middle and right at Zergrush. Doesn't count as a shot, but of course it doesn't matter for Overrated. They know they're going to take game 1 handily. Telacto will try and set up another for Ashton, but they both come up empty. And now it's a chance for Synergy just to get one for pride's sake at this point. 13 seconds. And nobody even seems to be going for the ball. They are perhaps content to just not let Overrated score again and not get overextended at all. Final seconds ticking away. And as soon as this ball hits the ground, it will be a 3-0 win for Overrated in game 1.
Yeah, this game 1 definitely was a little more one-sided, but don't, take the fact that Synergy had very, they cut, I don't know the word. Their defensive kind of was short a little bit, and that's why they let, Overrated get those couple goals. But they held their own in the first little bit, and then just the end there, they couldn't come back. Very unfortunate, but they still have 2 more games to go, and it's not about wins here. It's about, it is about wins, but you can still, keep up the goals and saves and still not be last place.
Yeah, Synergy. Remember, so in league play, the goal is to be in the top 4 teams in your group of 8. Top 4 will go on into the double elimination playoffs in each group. So for Synergy, they are currently on the outside looking in, looking up at Overrated, Downtown Blank, AON Revamp, and Copenhagen Flames just above them as well. Coming in at 2-4, they need some wins, and getting at least 1 off of Overrated would be a huge benefit to them. But it will also be a huge challenge. They are stuck in their own zone right now. Telacto able to center this one, but Jordan is right there. Now Ashton looking for Tilacto. Instead, a dunk in from Zergrush just off the crossbar. Another blistering shot from Jordan, and Synergy have come alive in game 2. It's Tilacto following a demo from Ashton, and it's got Synergy all out of sorts. Jordan can't catch up, and Ike Wolf opens it up for Overrated.
Yeah, very good play by Ashton there, passing it straight to Ike Wolf. All the Synergy players, again, just like the other team, overcommitted a little bit on that play, and that caused them to get scored on again.
Well, it should be kind of a surprise the way that Overrated is going about things here in this series. Tilacto comes in as their leading scorer, and he has no goal participation at all. No goals, no assists. It's all Ike Wolf and Ashton. And a chance now for Ike Wolf. Another one downfield, just wide. Zergrush there to make sure. This will be popped up, and Zergrush will win the race. On target. No, it's sent away by Ashton. Dunked in by Reggietown. And there's the first goal of the day for Synergy.
Very good play there by Zerg, kind of dunking straight up and getting a pass to Reggie. Someone actually tipped it up above the crossbar. Not a very good clear at all, and Reggie took advantage of it, tying this game up. They need to continue this pressure like they just started in this second game.
The stats would be a little skewed, as this is the second game of the week, or second series of the week for Overrated. And Synergy comes in just having played 6 games apiece. But for Reggietown, it is his 4th goal of the young season. Now Ike Wolf downfield, and that will catch a favorable roll, but right to a defender. Ike Wolf centering pass for Tilacto, and he could not put one on target. Good rotation, though. Good setup on the attack from Overrated. You never see them overextending, and they really are keeping true to that attacker, support, and defender mentality. You won't see many empty nets against Overrated. This goes to the corner at the halfway mark, and here comes Ike Wolf. He's got Tilacto with him, and Overrated's leading scorer will come up empty again. Ashton looking for a demo or a bump or anything. Instead, Tilacto and Ike Wolf a little confusion. They're still confused, but no pressure from Synergy whatsoever before Ike Wolf is able to retreat and get set up defensively. You wouldn't know that we're tied 1 apiece here, looking at the way these teams have played, and a great shot in from Reggie. Just getting a piece of it was Ike Wolf. Well, that was a great opportunity for Synergy. And this is a game where Overrated's letting him hang around. Ashton gets bumped out of the way on that shot by Zergrush. Jordan will pop this up and try to start the attack for Synergy, who would really love a goal here and put him in the driver's seat with 1.5 minutes to go. Instead, Zergrush was rushed out of the way. Ashton comes in, a defensive miscue from Synergy. Almost cost them dearly. Down to 1:20 minutes. And it's Ike Wolf. Gonna carry it in himself. I think he was leaving that for Tilacto, but Ty had backed off. And we've kind of hit a standstill over the past couple of minutes or so. No goals since the 3:30 mark, when this game was tied up. And not really many quality opportunities since then. Only a few shots on goal, a couple of saves. The shots between these two teams, just 7 combined. And now this one will be cleared downfield, and both teams may be content to just go to overtime. It seems like they want an overtime kickoff just to get themselves back on track. But here's a shot in, and Reggie able to clear that through Jordan. 30 seconds. Zergrush can't start the attack. Tilacto passing to anybody, but nobody was there. Here comes Jordan. Golden opportunity for Synergy will go by the wayside thanks to Ike Wolf. Final 15 seconds. A mistake here would be disaster for one team or the other. Jordan will start it for Zergrush. Downfield, is this a chance for Synergy to steal one from Overrated? 2 seconds left. If the ball hits the ground, we go to overtime. That's exactly where we're going. So now we'll count up. Next goal wins. Can't imagine Overrated's been part of too many overtimes through league play so far. But they find themselves in a dogfight here in game 2. Jordan on the attack for Synergy. It's Zergrush. Back wall for himself. Can't follow it in. Jordan's shot goes just wide. Oh, Synergy gonna want that one back. This one should be over. Away off the back wall as we get near the end of the first minute of overtime. And Overrated counting their lucky stars to still be in this one. It's Ike Wolf looking to take advantage of that second life. Jordan in trouble in front. And Reggie Town just got a piece. Zergrush flies in front of Ashton. And a great defensive sequence from Synergy. Zergrush one-on-one with Ike Wolf. And he's not able to get a shot off. Reggie Town can't drop one in. Jordan with a dunk goes just wide. Synergy have come out swinging here in overtime, but they haven't put one through. And now Tilacto looking to pass back to Ike Wolf. Instead, he set up Synergy. Zergrush almost dunked one in. A minute and a half gone by in overtime. And we seem no closer to determining a winner than we were at the start of this game. Ike Wolf will try now against, well, anybody in particular. Tilacto found that ball, but now a chance for Overrated as Synergy in a little trouble defensively. That's going to be sent away, though. And back and forth they go, waiting for someone to make a mistake. We've seen Overrated make a couple, but they haven't been punished for it yet, Famous.
Yeah, I haven't really been talking because I just love your voice so much. Yes, these teams are doing very good defensively. Offensively, they're just dead even currently. No one really doing anything to get a goal. Both putting as much effort as possible. Almost a score there by Jordan. And, ooh, man, this game is getting too intense for me.
Oh, the shot goes in just to the post. And Ike Wolf will break Synergy's hearts. A 2-1 win in OT.
Yeah, Jordan actually backflipped there. I think if he double jumped, it definitely would have been saved. Very unfortunate. So much offensive plays by both teams. Overrated did get that W, but Synergy did so much work just to get to that overtime.
Well, Synergy does avoid getting shut out for the series, but the game score is still 2-0 to Overrated as they take a game and a half to finally find their second goal and get one over Synergy. Boy, it looked like Synergy was going to steal one, but that is not the case. And it continues to be Ike Wolf and Ash entirely on the goals and assists. Tilacto is just there defensively.
Yeah, both teams Overrated doing a little more on the offensive side, but the rotation by that Overrated team is definitely a little more solidified than this Synergy team.
Well, big shot just going wide right out of the gates for Overrated. And for Synergy, yeah, they can't get too far down after losing a heartbreaker in overtime there on a shot that kind of hit the inside of the post. Tilacto will break free here, and there's lucky number 13 for him on the season.
Yeah, it jumped. Jordan kind of like pinched it with Tilacto going right in front of his goal, and that just left no one to save that ball.
Well, it is just the first unassisted goal of the entire series between these two teams. The team play has been there for the most part, as Ashton, upside down, almost found the mark. Tilakto looking to add to his total. He's going to be denied. Looked like by Jordan. And now Reggie Town, a centering pass. Instead, he found Tilakto. Tilakto looking for his second, and my God, he's found it.
Yeah, that clear straight to Ashton. And then Tilakto already knew that Ashton was going to get that pass straight across. And Tilakto already cheating up. And none of the synergy was able to come close to coming in directly covering that ball.
4 saves for Ashton in the series, make it 11 on the season. And looks like enough to tie Ike Wolf for the team lead as of now. Actually, no, it does give him the lead in assists for Overrated on the season. Ike Wolf sitting on 10 right now with his 8 coming in and 2 more in the series. This one lobbed in by Tilakto. He's looking for a hat trick, but he's denied by Jordan. There is still life for Synergy here in Game 3. A chance for them to get their 3rd win of the season. It would be a big step in the right direction for them, as again, they're looking up at 4 other teams. Overrated, one of them, AON Revamp, Downtown Black, and Copenhagen Flames. All above Synergy, and right now those would be your 4 teams in the Group A playoffs if they started right now. And this one's going to find its way in. Tilakto somehow completes his hat trick.
Jordan turned and went for a challenge, but no one was in goal. Reggie was coming to rotate back, but he wasn't in behind Jordan when he went for it. And as it went past him, it went straight into goal on that bottom right corner. Very good placement by the Overrated team.
Oh, Synergy should have had one there. Just hit off the post, off the kickoff. They really need something to get momentum back on their side. Anything to hold on to get some semblance of hope here in Game 3. It's going to be Zergrush trying to work downfield, but denied by this Overrated defense, as they seem to have set up a wall right at the center line. Only the one shot on net for Synergy so far. Here goes Zergrush, trying to get a ground pinch and roll one in. Ike Wolf there to make the save on just the 2nd shot for Synergy. And now Ike Wolf on the other side, trying to set up Tilakto. Instead, it's sent away. We're just past the halfway mark in Game 3. And Overrated, they are chasing AON Revamp right now. We saw Revamp with a big, convincing 3-0 series win to start the day. Overrated right there behind them, looking to go to 11-1 as well. And they are well on their way. They've got a 3-0 lead here in Game 3. Ike Wolf right on target. Centering pass is going to be sent away. And Zergrush blows up Ike Wolf, and that will open things up for Synergy.
Yeah, that was very crucial demo there. Ike Wolf definitely would have been able to save that Zerg. Demoing him, leaving no one in goal to protect that Overrated goal.
We'll credit Reggie Town with an assist there, and you may not believe this, but it's only the 3rd of the season for Reggie Town. It's a team in Synergy that does not have many goals or assists coming in. That's just the 10th goal as a team for them. Of course, they have played some fewer games. This is their 1st series of Week 2. They still have another to play coming up later in the week. Ashton will bounce this off to the side, and Reggie Town will start another attack for Synergy. This is on a tee for Jordan, and it looked like he might have pulled up in the air a little bit as he had a teammate run in front of him. And this will find its way through. A ball that had eyes on its way through the air, and a 4-1 lead for Overrated.
That very good shot did not hit the ceiling, and then I think all 3 players didn't expect it maybe to hit crossbar, so no one attempted for a save, leaving that goal wide open for Overrated.
So all 3 members of Overrated with that goal have hit double digits in assists on the season. That's the 10th for Tlaacto. And now Tlaacto looking for another, but this will be cleared away. Ike Wolf will go up the ladder with Ash as well. Tlaacto is there, and Reggietown makes the save. Plenty of saves to go around in this series. And we will be seeing Overrated improve to 11-1. Their goal differential will not be quite as great as AON revamps, as they came out with a plus 19 on the day with just the 3 games they played today. So you see Overrated coming in at 17. We'll do some math in a moment to figure out exactly what their goal differential will be as soon as time runs out here. 3 seconds left. Can they get one more for the road? They're certainly going to try, but they will come up empty. So Overrated takes all 3 games, including 1 in overtime against Synergy, and they will join AON Revamp as teams at 11-1 atop the standings.
Yeah, these teams, Synergy did their best. Overrated just did a little better offensively and defensively. Synergy, didn't take a game against Overrated, but they did get some goals and a lot of saves.
Yeah, they outscore Synergy 9-2 in the series, so add 7 to their goal differential. It makes it plus 7, or so plus 24 overall on the season. But AON Revamp did that almost by themselves today, as the leading goal differential now becomes plus 36 for AON Revamp in Group A. Looking forward to when Overrated and Revamp will face each other, though, later on in the season. That will be an exciting series, to be sure.
Definitely, that'll be a game to keep to the books. Those 2 teams being the top 2, definitely, and we've watched both of them play. They are definitely very close to skill level, and I'm really wondering which team would take the win.
Well, we've got more Mind Games League play action coming your way in just a moment, so don't go anywhere. Our next match coming up in just a few minutes after this short break. You're watching Mind Games League Week 2 on Mind Games Esports.
Stop the time, hold your breath. You're the only one I see. Breathe me in, taste your lips. You're the only high I need. I'm losing control. Your eyes entice me. Just letting go. Your hold is tightening. I feel you rushing through my veins. Our bodies getting closer. Your heartbeat drives me insane. I feel you taking over. I feel you rushing through my veins. Our bodies getting closer. Your heartbeat drives me insane. I feel you taking over. Take me high, break me down. You're the flashing lights I see. Catch my soul, lose my mind. You're the only trip I need. I'm losing control. Your eyes entice me. Just letting go. Your hold is tightening. I feel you rushing through my veins. Our bodies getting closer. Your heartbeat drives me insane. I feel you taking over. I feel you rushing through my veins.
Disconnected.
Our bodies getting closer. Your heartbeat drives me insane. I feel you taking over. Feel you taking over.
Welcome back to the Mind Game Esports League Play Week 2. It is, well, the start of Week 2 for both of these teams, Team LV and Whiff City. I'm Stax, joined by Mr. Famous today. And Famous, we've seen a blowout in one series. We've seen a reasonably one-sided series in our second with, one very exciting game thrown in the middle. And now we've got two teams that on paper actually seem pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, these teams are Whiff City and Team LV. What does that stand for?
I'm just going to say Las Vegas. I'm sure it's absolutely
Las
not
Vegas?
because these are all European teams, but
Correct.
we will find out at some point, I'm sure, exactly what the LV stands for. Right now, the L seems to stand for losses. They've got 4 on the season. They come in at 2-4. And again, the top 4 teams in each league will move on into the playoffs. And right now, both these teams are very much on the outside looking in. But in Group B, it's a little closer than it is on the Group A side as we get underway. It's a set of 3 games. So if one team wins 2 games, that's fine. We'll play the third. And Lavish making a save, and it seems fitting as he's got one of the highest save counts on the season in all of Group B. He comes in second to only Kalze in the group. So we could expect a very defensive series between these two teams. This will be lobbed in, and a save by Lavish, but not a third save, and it's the goaltender Kalze that gets his 5th goal of the season.
Very good shot by Phils, but saved by Lavish. In between, the threading that needle between Brest and Lavish just kind of went through, and Captain was coming back, but unable. 1 goal to start this game.
So Kalze opens it up for Team LV. For Whiff City, you know, the numbers don't look impressive at all. There's a reason for that. As they come in, they haven't won a game yet this season. They're 0-6. Their goal differential is -31, and that's all because they ran into a buzzsaw. Team Fika near the top of the standings. We'll get to that in a moment. Conwood with a shot that goes high, and that's going to be sent away. So Team Fika played 3 games with them. They won 2 of those games 9-0. Ended up with a 21-zip shutout over the series. So you take that away, and it's only, I say only, a -16 goal differential. It looks a lot better than -37, but right now they find themselves on the losing end here in Game 1. And a shot in here from Lavish is not going to count as a shot. It goes to be sent away by the defense. Now another shot in from Captain. Bar down and in, and Captain HB has Whiff City's 1st goal.
Yeah, a very kind of weird pass there. Conwood not knowing what to do. Phil's tries to attack it, and then Kalze just a little bit out of position, not expecting a shot from that angle.
So it's Captain from Brest Quest. What a name. And it's a tie game early on in Game 1. Going to be Lavish, the lone wolf back defensively. And now they rotate around. It's going to be Lavish chasing this down in the corner for Whiff City. And he's able to get by one. Not able to get by Kalze as the 2 defenders square off against each other. Conwood giving chase, and Captain is there to prevent a shot. This will drop straight down, and Dr. Phil got there just a little too soon. BrestQuest now, it's an empty net if he could have got there. Conwood was cheating up. And now Captain not able to connect, not able to get a centering pass off, and the break is on perhaps the other way. Lavish has other ideas, but he can't make connection there. Dr. Phil shot sent away, and both teams, well, it's not pretty, but they are locked in a 1-1 tie, Famous, and it doesn't seem like we'll have any of those, 7-6 shootouts in this series.
Yeah, we saw one of those in the very first game, I think, right? The very first game that that was played. And we haven't seen any game that much of a shutout, but Overrated did do some really good work just before this.
Oh, this is going to somehow find its way in. Captain HB will count his lucky stars. It's a 2-1 lead.
Phil's just spawned, I think, from a demo. 2v3 is really hard, especially in a less skilled game.
Well, 6 goals on the season for Team Whiff City, and now we'll make it 8 on the season, and 6 of them belong to Captain HB. And it's going to be Kalze looking to level the scoreline. Captain's in trouble, and Lavish came back to make sure there was no shot. Dr. Phil off of Lavish, and BrestQuest will send this away. Perhaps able to start an attack downfield. Conwood against Captain. And it's going to be Kalze breaking up the attack there. Not seeing a ton of shots. This one will roll down, and Captain HB is right there. 1 minute remaining in a game where we've seen 8 shots between the teams, but only 2 of them belong to Whiff City, and they've both somehow found the net. Conwood will take his time, and he flies right over the ball. Chance for Whiff City to add to their lead, looking for their first win in league play.
Yeah, Lavish actually missed that shot. It went just a little bit wide to that corner or the post. He could have had another, handicap goal in case this team, the Team LV, scores again, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. 20 seconds to go. Anything can still happen.
Off the back wall here. That's going to be sent away as Whiff City tries to kill off this clock. Instead, Kalze almost broke free. It is still a 1-goal game. It feels like it shouldn't be. It somehow is, and that will be the end, as with no time on the clock, BrestQuest will add one for good measure, and that spells the end of game 1.
Yeah, BrestQuest just got an extra cheeky goal there. 1-3, any goal counts, and it puts him towards, put him further in the league. Every goal is crucial, and goals against you is very crucial too, especially if you're in the top 2 spots like AON Revamp and Overrated, being neck and neck in everything. We'll just have to see exactly what the goals against and goals for are. And I should be talking about this game and not the game previous.
Well, it looks like we have at least a request for a new server. BrestQuest doesn't seem to have a problem with switching, so it looks like that is indeed what will happen. So while we get our new server made, at least it looks like we're going to. We're waiting for confirmation here.
If we're switching servers, then most likely we'd have to leave server. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see, basically, if anybody is going to leave or not. I mean, they're not going to be able to respond in the 2 seconds before we load up again, I guess we're going to stay right here. While we have a moment between games, we were scheduled to bring you one other series between Obsolete and Mental. They ended up playing off stream. Obsolete took 2 of the 3 games against Mental, a 5-1 win and a 3-2 win with a shutout from Mental thrown in there as well. Mental was able to come up with a 3-0 victory. So 2-1 goes Team Obsolete on the day. The team with the most shots actually in their group coming in. So they were able to add to their impressive shot count and their goal count as well. But we get underway here in game 2. Whiff City getting their first win in week 2. Their first win in the season as well, looking to double their win count. Words are hard, but I promise we'll learn exactly what words to use as the series goes on. This goes off the corner, and Lavish will start the attack downfield for Whiff City. Team LV, they do come in with the 2 wins on the season, but they've been on their back foot quite a bit in the early stages.
Yeah, this game's pretty even still. Only a minute's gone by, but not much has happened on either end.
First minute about to go by, and a chance for Team LV trying to strike first, and everybody comes up empty-handed. This ball will be centered, and still some miscommunication from Whiff City, but it will be brought back in by Team LV. It's Dr. Phil. He got by Lavish. There's the first step. And a bank pass will find a defender. And downfield, the legend able to make a stop there. I don't think that is Conwood. If they had a... No, it is Okay, it's Conwood. They just had a switch? No. Hold on. Kalze is the legend. All right. That makes more sense. So Conwood will drop this off to the corner. Wow, who changes names mid-series? This will be popped up by Legend.
Who changed their name?
Kalze has become the legend, unless I'm mistaken.
Oh, I believe that is true. It looks like it, yeah.
So whatever the case may be, we are still scoreless here in game 2. This one will go wide across the blue goal. Very few shots so far, just 4 shots between these two teams. Coming up on the halfway mark, Lavish will come up with a clear. Another one lobbed in, and Dr. Phil has scored out of nowhere.
Yeah, off that, the Lavish, Dr. Phil, and Conwood actually both win for that. No one in goal, overcommitment by that Whiff City team. And that's going to be very crucial. Only 1 goal scored, half the game to go. Much to still happen.
So this will be lobbed in, and Kalze has one. And that will add to Team LV's lead, a 2-0 lead, right at the halfway mark.
Yeah, legend, a.k.a. Kalzea, whatever. Anyways, got another goal off that aerial and taking this game by force. This Whiff City team needs to come down and get back into this game.
Ooh. Well, maybe the name change will help. They're looking for a 3rd goal, and Captain is there to stop Kalze from getting a shot. And now Dr. Phil will try to send another one in. Kalze's shot goes just wide. And Brestquist, I don't think he's got much boost to work with. This whole Whiff City team might not have a lot of boost, but Lavish has some. And he's able to clear as far as Conwood. Now downfield, Lavish was rotating back. Couldn't chase that ball. Kalze looking to center. He comes up empty-handed on the side. It's been a very slow-moving game here in Game 2. Whiff City took the first. And they're trying to double their season win count. Captain HB will wheel around on this one. Not able to beat Conwood. And a miss there. And it got by Lavish as well. And Conwood will somehow end up with a goal.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the stats right at this last second. And so I didn't really see what happened. But Conwood definitely got an open goal. Overcommitment again by this Whiff City. Whiff City living up to the name a little bit. Not necessarily what they want to do. They did win that first game, so it's not a best of 3. It's a 3-game series, so it doesn't matter who wins what, but anything counts, and everything counts. So, very crucial. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, Team LV is looking to level this series. They've got a 3-0 lead. Somehow, they've had a couple of lappers find their way into the net. But, as you said, every goal counts. A minute to go. Again, all 3 members of Team LV have a goal. 2 of them have an assist to go with it. They all have a save, oddly enough. And, of course, these two teams among the league leaders in saves. In fact, Team LV comes in the league leader in saves overall with... They do some quick math here. 33 coming in. They've added to that count for sure. And they are looking to take game 2 here, level this set up at a game apiece. Try to climb ever closer into the top 4. They are looking up at Team Fika and Class on Grass. Again, the top 4 teams get in. If the season ended right now, it would be Mental, Firewall, Obsolete, and Team Fika going on into the playoffs. Time winds down here, and game 2 will indeed go to Team LV, and they will not add to their total. It's a 3-0 victory, and a very bizarre game at that.
Yeah, it was very weird to start. Nothing really happened. Team LV got that first goal, got another one, and then got, a last one to finish it off. They're pretty even across the board. Score-wise, Conwood didn't do as much, but, they all had almost one of each. If you look at Whiff City, Brest didn't really do a lot. Captain HB doing a lot of pressure on that offensive end, but it's kind of... Oh, server went down. You guys get that too?
Yep, so we will have to remake.
Remake the server. Yeah.
And yeah, I can't even type to him. So I'm sure somebody will get the message to them at some point that they'll just have to remake the server. But it gives us time to kind of reset the day here and recap what we've seen so far. We've had 3 matches played that we know of today, 2 of them on stream and 1 of them off camera as well. As we'll see if Absinthe is able to. Or actually, let me ask you, Absinthe, do you want us to go to break while you create the lobby, or do you not mind people seeing what the lobby name is?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you don't create it. MacGyver does. Yeah, we're going to keep talking then. Great. So, we saw AON Revamp take, they had a plus 19 added to their goal differential. They outscored the Nubs 20-1 in a 3-game series. So, they moved to 11-1 on the season. We saw Overrated move to 11-1 as well. They were able to sweep Team Synergy. And then off stream, we know that Team Obsolete took 2 out of 3 off of Mental. And of course, Mental and Obsolete are 2 of the teams right near the top of Group B. So no real change in the standings there as they make their push towards the playoffs. And here we are now between Team LV and Whiff City, turning out to be one of the closest series of the day. And again, both teams had a game apiece. And this is a big one for momentum moving forward into the second half of the season.
Yo, Stacks, I just noticed, I noticed it a while ago, but I didn't say anything. Wouldn't it be 1-12 or 12-1? Because you add 3 on top of the 9 already, which would make 12. Instead of, right?
They came in at 8-1, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot they lost. I forgot the loss. All right, my bad. I was not thinking. Thank you.
NA math prevails, ladies and gentlemen. NA math. All right, we are ready to go. Game 3 between Team LV and Whiff City. And the kickoff immediately goes to Whiff City. But the attack is rather short-lived. Lavish just trying to get rid of this ball. And he's found BreastQuest downfield. BreastQuest trying to center. And Lavish is there, but Captain HB got in the way. Captain going to try to fly in, looking for a dunk. Unsuccessful in that attempt. And now Captain trying to battle against 2 members of Team LV. This will be dropped away. And again, we're looking like we could see a low-scoring game no matter how many shots we have because both teams seem committed to defense. Dr. Phil comes up empty there. Lavish, back pass towards Captain. Captain wasn't ready for it, and Kalze almost dunked on them. Now Kalze can't catch up with this. Captain HB will score over the top, and it's a 1-0 lead to Whiff City.
Yeah, that redirect from Dr. Phil gave Captain that open goal. Kalze was not in any position to get even close to that save.
Actually, it looks like Kalze and Conwood are both now going by the name The Legend 27. Fantastic. We know that Kalze, on the scoreboard at least, has the kind of the lizard or frog icon. But that's about all we know at this point, so it'll be fun trying to differentiate between the two. This will be popped up in front, and Lavish will get a touch to break up the attack for Team LV. Another shot coming in from, we'll just call him Legend at this point, because hard telling exactly which one it is. And you know what? With the way they've played in this series, they might not want us to know who they are. This one's popped away by Captain. Looking to go downfield, and this is going to find its way in. It got by both Legends, and Captain's got 2 in the game.
Yeah, that was a very crucial goal by that team. 2-0. It's still 3 minutes to go. So much to happen. Still over half the game to be played.
So Captain adds to his goal count another 2 to go along with others scored. And now Legend, we know that this one is Kalze getting on the board with the assist from Conwood.
Again, the redirects by both teams passing to the other team. Captain HB passed it straight to him, and just another open goal opportunity.
So now we get underway with a 2-1 lead for Whiff City. And it's going to be a shot in from Captain, trying to follow it up himself, looking for the hat trick. BreastQuest can't follow it up. Lavish gets blocked by Captain. That seems to be the theme here in Game 3. Lavish coming up from his defensive post. He's going to score. The leading goalkeeper on Team Whiff City has his first goal of the season.
Yeah, Lavish, very good play. Turning around, knowing that no one is in goal. 2 players on the right, 1 on the left going for a boost. Missed or didn't get the boost in time to get back in goal and taking this game by storm. They need this win. You know, they don't necessarily need, they do need to win. Both teams need to win to continue, being in the top 4 is their goal.
It's going to be Captain trying to center another one. And he's able to battle the entirety of Team LV. This ball cleared away by the combination of Kalze and Conwood. And Conwood will send this away. Dr. Phil is onto it. Phil downfield. Battling with a teammate downfield, and back it goes onto the blue side. Captain looking to dunk it in, and he just got on the wrong side of the ball. 2 minutes remaining. Shot in from Dr. Phil, could not put one on target. Now this one will be sent around again. Lavish will clear away for Whiff City. Doesn't have any saves in this game, but it hasn't mattered as much. And this one in from, I know this one, Conwood will pick up goal number 2 for Team LV.
Yeah, the defense by the Whiff City team kind of just broke right there. And Conwood and both Legend 27, Legend, I can't even say the original name. Conwood and Kalze both doing a good job being the same person.
This will be sent away by Lavish on one of the Legends. And almost a redirect from the other Legend. But instead, it remains a 3-2 lead for Whiff City. This is Game 3 of their set. Whiff City trying to hang on for this final minute plus, get their second win of the season, and start the long road back towards getting to the top 4. Dr. Phil centers. Legend is onto this one, trying to quickly turn in, but instead he's denied by Captain. Another centering pass. This finds Dr. Phil, who hit the crossbar, and Legend couldn't follow it up. So Kalze couldn't center again. It's going to be BreastQuest clearing this away. And all 3 members of Team LV are right around the same area near the ball. Off the back wall, and another clear from Whiff City. Dr. Phil could not read this. 30 seconds left.
Ooh.
As we
They need
count it down
something.
here. Yeah, they need anything to go their way right now.
Anything.
Plenty of shots between these 2 teams. And not many saves, but the shots are all going wide. Lavish will clear this one. Chance for the 10th shot for Team LV. Instead, this is going to be cleared away with 7 seconds left. And downfield over Dr. Phil's head. If Team LV are going to tie this game, they need to go the length of the field, and they will not. Whiff City comes in winless into this match, and they walk out taking 2 out of 3 from Team LV.
Yeah, this series was so much closer than the other 2 that we watched. A team actually took one against the other. Whiff City just did a really good job on that defensive end. They had so many shots as well. Team LV had a little more, but that defense by Whiff City and rotation to get them saves were a little better and was more compact.
Well, that wraps up, I believe, unless Mr. MacGyver is going to correct us. It does wrap up the league play that we have for you here on stream. Three series later, and an exciting finish between Whiff City and Team LV to close things out. So, just to recap the standings very, very unofficially, as I don't have everything updated quite on my end, but Overrated and AON Revamp both moved to 11-1 on the season in Group A, so they are starting to run away from the pack. Downtown Black and Copenhagen Flames are the other two teams in the running up there. And then in Group B, we saw Team Obsolete take 2 out of 3 from Mental. So Mental drops their first games of the season. And we see Team Whiff City get their first 2 wins of the season, taking out Team LV. LV still remains above Whiff City in the standings down in the lower half. And they, of course, are all above Rewind Gaming, still looking for their first wins of the very young season. So, Mr. Famous, what are your thoughts on how league play is shaping up as we make the turn towards home here and get started in the second half?
I think that the two top teams have it, pretty much set that they're definitely in that top 4 slot. But the goal for them is they want to be the number 1, and I think that they're pretty even. They're a little bit different in save shots and all that, and just like the goals, losses, and wins, they're almost dead even, which is kind of crazy. I think that Revamp had more goals today, right? They have. I don't have an updated one.
They scored 20 and gave up 1. So AON Revamp's goal totals now, they've scored 50 goals and only given up 14. So their plus minus goes up to a gigantic 36 or plus 36. It was
and that one own the goal against them was that own goal by JTR. So, which is kind of crazy. I don't know anything else the other goals against them, like if they were, what happened, but they definitely would have gone straight and won or never got scored on at all this whole time if he just didn't redirect it. But
well, that will bring to a close our presentation of week 2. Be sure to give Mind Games Esports a follow on Twitter and, of course, here on Twitch if you haven't already. What are you waiting for? Plenty more to come in the weeks to come as we work our way through Season 3 of Mind Game Esports League Play. For my co-caster, Mr. Famous, for Absinthe pushing all the buttons behind the scenes, and for MacGyver himself, also making sure that our games run smoothly, I'm Stax, wishing you all farewell and very happy holidays to you wherever you may be. Thanks for watching.